Yo, what's up? Just wanted to quickly hop on here today and show you the power, the magic, and what happens when you buy as the stock goes down. So I have my iPad pulled up and I'm working on the app called Freeform to give a visual explanation of what I mean. Now, my handwriting isn't the best, but I hope you get the point after this. Let's take one of our stocks that we are currently invested in, VRT, for example. Currently, my average share for the one share that I have is 130, which means when the stock was at 130, the stock was at 130 when I purchased it, which means that is now my average. It's the price at which you purchased the stock for. Okay, so the stock currently is sitting at 117, which is roughly 9%. Let me change that color, which is negative 9% than what it is currently sitting at 117. This is why I say when it's red, buy, or buy the dip is what you will commonly hear. Let's say, for instance, the stock being at 117, it continues to fall. Okay, and I'll draw that here. Let's say it falls big. Okay, and it stops at let's say it stops at $50. The stock is currently down to $50 per share. If my current price is 130 and it drops to 50, that would mean I'm negative 80. That would mean I'm negative $80, right? Now, many may view that as a bad thing. They say, hey, I lost $80 on this stock. I brought it at 130, but now the current price is $50. So if I sold it, I would get $50 instead of $130, which I initially paid for. Okay? But here's why I say to buy when the stock goes down, especially if it goes down this much. Okay? Let's say the stock goes to $50, which is here. And I say, okay, that's awesome. We got a discount on a good quality stock. We're going to buy 2 more shares. Okay. So let's say we buy 2 more shares for $50 instead of 130. So we buy 2 shares for $50 each. Once we do that, guess what will happen to our average cost? It is going to go down. So let's do the numbers on that. Now, you don't have to know calculus to be an investor, but you do want to know basic math such as calculating your averages. So if we brought 2 at $50, if we brought 2 at $50, and we already had one at 30, let's do a little bit of math. We got 130, we brought a share, and then we brought 2 more shares for $50. Which gives us just a total of 3 stocks. Okay, let's do the math on that. 0, 13, carry the 1, 230. Now, to finish out this problem, you have to divide it by each variable. So you have to divide it by 1, 2, 3, because we have 3 stocks. Divided by 3. 230 divided by 3 is 76. So this is our new average. Here's why this is a good thing. So from 130, when the stock went red, stock is down. Because we brought 2 stocks when the stock was down, it brought our cost average of 130 to now 76. Now here's the magic in that. With 76 in mind, let's say the stock over a few months it recovers, so it goes like something like this. Okay, and let's say it just goes back to 130. Let's say it goes back to 130 per share. Now, remember, that was our original cost. That's what when we first brought in the stock, that's how much it initially cost. So it took 3 months to get back up to 130. Now, let's say we did not buy when the stock went down. Because it was red, we got scared and we didn't buy. We left it at 130. Well, in 3 months, the stock went back to 130. And if we only had one share at 130, you wouldn't make any profit. But because we saw the stock go down, we saw it as a buying opportunity, we brought down here. And the stock went back up here. So now, because our cost average is $76, we will do 130, which is what the price went back to, minus 76, so 54. So instead of our cost average being all the way at 130, because we brought it and averaged it down, it brought it to 76. So let's say 76 is right here. So this is where we're currently at. We were all the way up here at 130, but when the stock came down to 50, it averaged our cost to 170. Or sorry, 76. So the difference between 76 and 130 is $54. So technically we profit $54 per share. Now here's why that's amazing. This is why it's really cool, because you actually times that per share. Okay, so if we have 3 shares, it's 3 times 54, 162. So we would be at 162 profit, because 162 is 3 times 54, which is the difference between 76 and 130. Now I know this is it can be a little tricky if you math wasn't a strong suit. It wasn't for me either, but believe me, averages are really simple once you get some practice in. It don't take long to understand it. It's a simple equation. All right, one more point I do want to make or show. Here's the chart of VRT in 1 year. Okay, let's say we brought here. You know the little thing, you are here. Let's say we brought here, and we can't see this because it's the future and it didn't happen yet. We don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, it's hypotheticals. We brought here at 130, as we currently have now. So this peak is 130. As you see, the stock goes down. Let's say this is $100. It goes down. Because I know this is a great company, I looked at the charts, I looked at the fundamentals, I looked at the income, I looked at their balance sheet. I'm gonna see that as a great buying opportunity when it hits $100. So I may buy 2 shares here. And this is called buying the dip. You buy when it's low. So you buy here, okay, let's say this is the future again. So let's say this time frame from when it falls is 2 months. Okay, let me zoom in. I brought here, I'm chilling now, because as you see, the stock eventually in the future, we can't, again, let's act like we didn't see what happened. The stock recovers from that low and it goes all the way up here. Let's call this 150. That run you took from 100 all the way up to 50, that's profit. And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Easier explanation, a more easy to digest visual on explaining your average cost and why you buy stocks when they go red. But this is just a quick summary, I guess, on the average cost and why it's important to understand, because that's where the real money lies. That's where you make your most money, is on the dips, on the red days and not the green days. I mean, you make the money on the green days, but you know what I mean. So I just wanted to hop on here for a quick video. It is the holidays coming up. I hope everyone have a great Christmas, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.